Good morning and welcome to PFL's weekly energy and rail markets webcast. I am Curtis Chandler, President of PFL. Dow futures are trading lower, down 256 points from Friday's close, and WTI is poised to open at 104.45, up $7.88 from Friday's close. Markets closed the week solidly higher despite a mixed Friday. The Dow gained nearly 1,412 points on the week, settling at 49,917 points. The S&P 500 added 234 points, and the Nasdaq rallied over 1,023 points week over week. WTI dropped $1.30 per barrel on Friday to close at $96.57, giving back nearly $14.97 on the week. Prices have briefly touched $119 before a ceasefire announcement between the U.S., Israel, and Iran knocked them back. That ceasefire collapsed on Sunday. More on that in just a few seconds. On inventories, crude oil built 3.1 million barrels week over week and sits at 2% above the 5-year average for this time of year. Distillate fuels fell 3.1 million barrels and are now 5% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Propane continues to pile up, now 71% above the 5-year average for this time of year. Full inventory charts are available in today's report. North American rig count slipped 10 rigs week over week. U.S. rig count was down by 3 rigs a week over week. The U.S. sits at 545 active rigs, which is down 38 rigs year over year. Canada shed 7 rigs and now sit at 135 active rigs. Rail volumes for week 15 were down 1.09% year over year. 7 of AAR's 11 major traffic categories posted year over year increases. The largest decrease came from metallic ores and metals, which was down by 12.67%. The largest increase was from petroleum and petroleum products, which was up 13.21%. Now, what we are watching out there for you. Well, folks, the Strait of Hormuz dominated the week last week, and the situation deteriorated sharply over the weekend. Peace talks in Isbalan collapsed after more than 21 hours at the table. Both sides remain completely dug in. President Trump immediately announced a naval blockade on the strait. Analysts put the current supply shortfall at roughly 7 million barrels a day of crude and 4 million barrels a day of product. Not clearing the waterway adds Iranian export problems on top of that. Prices are heading higher again this morning on the back of it. The full picture is in today's report. Canadian crude grades are hitting all-time premium records as a direct result. Syn crude at Edmonton reached nearly $20 over the May benchmark last week, a record. Trans Mountain is running close to capacity. Enbridge is completely full, and rail is picking up some of the overflow. Today's report covers corridor economics. The Hormuz closure also landed at the worst possible time for fertilizer right now. Read more in today's report, but anhydrous ammonia, which moves predominantly by pressurized rail cars, is up 20%. Every available car is working. See today's report for the full picture. We think you will find this week's report very interesting. If you're going to be at Tank Car Committee meeting in Nashville tomorrow, PFL will be there. David Cohen and Brian Baker will be representing PFL. If you need to contact them, please call their respective phones. If you don't have them, call the desk and we'll give them to you, or stop by our table. We're going to have one set up there. Remember, PFL offers storage, leasing, subleasing, car cleaning, repair, flaring, scrapping, nitrogen generation services, and transloading. If this week's market is affecting you, give us a call on the desk at 239-390-2885. Please share this report with a colleague who you think would find it useful, and all the detail behind the stories are waiting in the report for you to fully read. We do it all for you, and it's completely free. Until next week, I'm Curtis Chandler. Thanks for listening, and appreciate it, and hope